The currency, a laughingstock. Inflation out of control, twopenny brutally murdered.
And yet Parliament does nothing.
The bill will be defeated, sir. That buffooned Israeli shall be taken care of. It has been arranged, upon my honor.
Your honor carries little weight.
How dare you, sir!
The poor people of this city have suffered enough. Today I granted a significant rise to my staff in order to counter inflation.
What?
I would supply all of London if I could. Meanwhile, you sit in your club and wax poetic with promises your honor cannot pay. Your family's fortune, however. I wonder what they would offer to keep your record out of the newspapers. About the same as Disraeli would offer for your balls, I'd wager. But let's be generous. Why limit ourselves to one or the other when we can have it all? What say you, sir? Shall I come collect? No more dallying. The halls of Parliament must be free to govern. Again. Understood? You may see yourself out.
A letter? For me? Dear Mr. Starrick, men hired. Strike tomorrow. Disraeli's death will stall Corrupt Practices Act indefinitely. Gladstone will be far more pliable. May the father, etc., etc. B. So Starrick's got his finger in politics, has he? I need to enter the Sinopian Club and find out who B is.
Tread delicately around Parliament.
As if I don't usually.
Your indiscretion at the Bank of England caused British currency to nearly collapse.
Nearly is the operative word. Speaking of collapses, what of the key you found that unlocks very little?
Henry took it for research. I am confident that the vault is ours.
Nearly ours, Evie. Nearly. A letter. For me?
immediately.
I'm warning you!
My nurse! It's in the bloody house, you know!
That's a girl. Who's a good horse? You are. Walk on, girl. All right, B. Who are you and what's your game?
Nice of you, dear, but he wouldn't even say. Blimey! Blimey!
And so the Russians thought they had us cut off from our own lines, you see. Now, a lesser commander...
Blimey!
thrown his hands
Looks like he's got a screw loose.
Well, if it isn't my dear old chum, Mr. Disraeli. Now, Prime Minister, which of your friends is about to stab you in the back?
What he's up to?
What the Russians did not know...
The Corrupt Practices Bill is a vital step in reforming our government.
alongside
If the majority party is allowed to dictate the results of contested elections, we can scarcely call ourselves free.
If we yield up our rights bit by bit to the courts, we can scarcely call ourselves free, sir.
This is so like you, Gladstone. You would rather throw your body upon the gears of progress than surrender one iota of power.
By God, Disraeli, you are a fool. I'll not stand idly by and watch you drag parliamentary privilege through the muck.
No, certainly not. You'd rather return us to the yoke of tyranny? Perhaps while we're at it, Mr. Gladstone, we could repeal Magna Carta and return the crown to the bloody Stuarts!
How dare you, sir? Merely because I do not wish to see government placed in the hands of judges, you would make these slanderous accusations? I'll not stand for it.
Then I shall obviate the requirement. Good evening, sir.
B, I presume. Pleasure to meet you. B.
B! My name's Herbert!
And why are you following the Prime Minister?
It's just a job, sir. Some old bloke paid me to...
Smug bastard.
Bloody hell! Where'd you come from?
Well, I was born in Crawley, but that's by the by. Who are you working for?
I never got his name. Old chap, big moustache, wore some kind of uniform. Who's ours, maybe?
What's his game?
Please, you'll kill me.
And a 3-story drop will shatter your legs and send you to the workhouse. Difference is you can run from him.
Tomorrow! My lads are going to attack the Prime Minister's carriage on the way to Parliament.
Perfect.
Doing fine, good.
So much for the house call. I have to find a way into that carriage.
Someone get him! I've seen it before.
Show yourself if you dare. Someone get him!
You'll get in trouble if I see ya.
I don't see anyone!
What's the meaning of this? Who the devil are you?
Prime Minister, I'm your new bodyguard, Jacob Frye.
I wasn't informed of any new bodyguard. Who's your commanding officer?
Let the boy speak, Dizzy.
Madam, apologies. But we've learned of a threat on your life. And the Met thought it best to move quickly.
Threat? What sort of threat?
That sort. If you excuse me a moment.
Where'd they come from? The Catalans!
See here! What's all this?
Not so fast, Your Excellency.
Hey! Get back here with that Prime Minister!
That's the way.
my life on it. This is perfectly in keeping with this distinct lack of character. Show yourself, Gladstone! Show yourself! Feckless muckslipe!
Well, he's hardly going to be in the band with a cudgel, what is he?
Steady on.
Doing fine. Walk on, girl. Keep moving.
Damn Gladstone! That bloody man! He will pay for this!
Thank you. What do you intend to do about Gladstone, young man?
I assure you, madam, Gladstone is innocent in this.
But he tried to kill my husband.
Well, we'll look into Gladstone. Perhaps you can help me with another inquiry, madam. A gentleman with ties to Parliament, older, wears cavalry uniforms and has a large mustache.
You seem like a rough and ready sort of fellow, Mr. Frye.
Well, yes I am, actually.
And are you familiar with the poorer districts of our city?
Roughly.
Wonderful. As it happens, I've been eager to tour the Devil's Acre. If you were to escort me, I'd be happy to assist you in your inquiry.
That strikes me as a dangerous idea.
Then it's settled. Come back here to Downing Street tomorrow night, 8 o'clock sharp. Good day, Mr. Frye.
But I...
Good day, Mr. Frye.
Watch yourself! I'll be on you in a flash! You think you're safe because you're over there?
Madam,
Mr. Frye.
Ready to take the air? Devil's Acre should just be coming alive.
I'm afraid I must cancel our engagement. The lawn is crawling with scandal-hunting journalists, and I simply cannot be seen in the company of someone so...
I'll see them off. You follow along when it's clear.
Yes, yes. Be gentle, won't you? The press are notoriously touchy about any violence to their person.
Ha 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 ha. I'll barely ruffle a hair on their heads.
Shh, Desmond.
That's yours, if you can get those chaps over there to follow me.
Right you are, sir. Blimey! Look! It's Squire Bancroft!
Best lead them astray before they tear me to shreds.
Mr. Bancroft! Mr. Bancroft! What's coming up next for the Prince of Wales?
Will you be performing Mr. Robertson's new work?
Who will you be playing?
Any comment on the notices for the play?
Neatly done, young man. Dizzy ought to keep you on to deal with the Liberals.
Let's go.
Prime Minister's wife.
I really must not be seen here, Mr. Frye.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Let us avoid these vultures.
Yeah! Yeah!
That's the way. That's a girl. Easy now. Who's a good horse? You are.
What a rough place. Give me your arm, Mr. Frye. Let us see what the Devil's Acre has to offer.
Is your dog quite all right?
Oh, Desmond's fine. He's just not over fond of strangers. Or cats. Do you know this gentleman is a... oh, what was it? Yes, a costermonger, of all things. Remarkable how the working classes occupy themselves, isn't it?
Very industrious, I'm sure. Shall we go?
So the vicar says, your pardon, Bishop, I thought that was the Eucharist.
I'm so sorry. I have no earthly idea what you're talking about.
Mrs. Disraeli.
Everything all right?
Oh, yes. I've just learned to whistle.
Right.
Here! Here's a boys! Gallantly done, Mr. Frye. Shall we press on? Why, Mr. Frye, I do believe that man is drunk.
I expect you're right, madam.
I'm going to ask what he's having.
Perhaps you'd let me recommend something instead.
Let him breathe! I'll whip out your innards!
Remarkable form, Mr. Frye. I imagine you're the terror of London's underworld. Now let us continue. Oh, Mr. Frye, look at those two.
Yes, they seem to be,
I've been married twice, Mr. Frye. I'm fully aware of what they're doing. God bless them. What sort of meat is that man?
Is he always so blasted loud? Best not to ask.
Why? Is it something dreadful? Is it
Here
red?
we are. The old one-ton pub. Best beer in the Devil's Acre. I don't mean to be indelicate, given the
Do you
present.
suppose that... So this is a pint, is it? Remarkable.
Nice doggy.
Shut up, dog!
Good boy, Desmond. Hand over the mutt.
You'll change your tune when me and my friends find you.
Now then, Desmond, to get you back to your mistress, whom I've just left entirely unattended in one of London's most dangerous pubs.
Well, if you never told your father how you felt about him, how was he supposed to know?
I never thought of it that way. I suppose deep down we all just want to be loved.
Just so. Here, have a sweetie. Oh, Desmond and Mr. Frye, I'd like you to meet... Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
John the Tosser.
Charmed. I think we better get you home.
Right you are, Mr. Frye. Come along, Desmond.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the dog walker.
Now, let's not do something we'll regret. Doing fine.
Well, I must thank you for a most energetic and enlightening evening, Mr. Frye.
No, thank you, madam. Perhaps now you might tell me about the man in the hussar's uniform.
Quite right. Lord Cardigan is the gentleman you seek. Tiresome man. Always blathering on about his military adventures.
Do you know where I might find him for a private conversation?
I do indeed. He's in town now, as it happens, campaigning against the corrupt practices group. Perhaps you could catch him in the Palace of Westminster. Do be careful. The government could ill afford another scandal.
I assure you, I'll be very discreet. Your stop, madam.
My stop. How delightful. Thank you. Thank you for a splendid evening, Mr. Frye. I shall be sure to speak highly of you to Dizzy. Oh, yes.